It's going to be 2-0, but they're going to be playing a Faze clan that had a slow start yesterday, but was able to pick up a win against Team Envious as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how this does play out. Again, eLevate fighting through that open bracket, doing amazing. A lot of the EU teams that we've seen thus far, especially Splice, have been doing very good in that. So we'll see if they're going to be able to do some work in this pool. But the Envious matchup, just from seeing a little bit of glimpses there, eLevate looks real good.
Yeah, I haven't been able to watch the eLevate Envious match. I was over here actually casting the match that was previously on Bravo. However, I'll take your word for it. I definitely wanted to check out how eLevate was going to perform coming in North America. I know that with the inception of this team, they had a coach with one of the main things he talked about in an article with the Score Esports was that this coach is supposed to help them with the transition of coming from Europe to North America, preparing them for these matches, whether that's mentally or strategically. I'm really curious to see his contributions to these matchups, especially when they're going against a team like Faze, one of the top teams in North America. You got to imagine that this is where a lot of their practice with that coach is going to go towards.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a true test for eLevate right here going up against Faze Clan. I feel like it's going to be a very good match. Just like I said, from what we've seen from them thus far, even at PSX, they were looking pretty good. And then coming into this one, fighting all the way through open, making it into the pool play. I mean, this is a team that you look at. I mean, a lot of the people was just, they were regarded as like online players too. So now they're coming over to North America. They're doing some pretty good work. So, but let's see if Faze is going to be able to bounce back. Maybe it's one of those little things where they start off slow and then they can kick it back up on the second day here at MLG Vegas. First map we're going to be seeing is Hardpoint on Breakout.
Yeah, and Breakout Hardpoint, for those of you that might not know, within the past week we've seen the initial Hardpoint, the one in middle on Cube, has actually been changed from being inside of the building to on top of it. So that's going to affect our opening setup, some of the rotations, and some of the different cutoffs that need to be watched in and around loading. So looking at some of the weapons here, we're going to see mostly K-bars, expect to see a few OSAs, but for these opening pushes, I think that we could expect to see some NV4s.
Yeah, NV4 is a big thing on that, so you're going to look for Shawnee, you're going to look from Enable from the side of Faze immediately. Top Laundry and then top Security is really just going to be the big NV4 battle to try to get that mid-map control. So it's just going to be interesting to see as the clock is counting down. Like we said, it's going to be a true test for eLevate to see how they do go up against Faze and to see if Faze can just carry that momentum from last night coming into today. And something from the guys on eLevate, they're not quiet. Once they start getting going, you're going to start to hear it from them, especially on the side stage as well. There's no ear protection or anything like that, so the Faze players, if they're yelling back at each other, it's just a good old-fashioned Call of Duty players right in each other's faces.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to see if Faze can mount themselves a good lead and build upon that momentum and take themselves an easy map number one. However, this Breakout Hardpoint, we see that they always get off to such a slow start. And if they do get a lead, then they have trouble closing out the game. So curious to see if eLevate's able to bite down on that weakness. So getting into our open engagements here, it looks like Reedy's going to be the one closest to the action, just one around the corner on Cube. He runs right by him. He's going to pay for it. 3 players, almost 4 players fall for eLevate, and there it is. Zed's finally taken down by Attach, and that should award Faze with some early hill time as eLevate is forced to spawn out.
Yeah, that was really odd. Usually you see the MV4 players, like we said, go top Security. You saw the MV4 player from Faze go to the top Laundry area, but they decided to send Shawnee straight into the hill just to play in that corner on the top hut side. So it's just kind of interesting to see Zuma, after a little bit of a hot start there, finally gets taken out after being on a 4-kill streak, but Attach is going to be the player inside soaking up that time. Early rotations coming in, and Enable is going to be the player to watch from Faze with this MV4. Plays it so perfect. He knows all the positions that he needs to be in, and like we said, Faze from the very start of Infinite Warfare has been grinding the living hell out of this game. So just look for Enable. He's kind of like the glue for this squad with the MV4.
Yeah, excellent start from Faze there. We saw a lot of Attach and Zuma really zoning the enemy team around loading. Just the pressure that they had on that part of the map is what gave Faze a lot of their time here, as well as just that excellent start of dropping all 4 Faze players or eLevate players while only losing 1. Enable here snipping out the flank. He's still going to lose the gunfight though. That's Shawnee that comes out on top. Back into the action in the hardpoint though. We see 3 kills go in favor of Faze, and Attach still has some time to sit pretty. However, it's not going to last very long as Shawnee is still setting up, trying to posture with his team for a pinch on the hard point.
Yeah, it was a good hold there from Faze. We saw a pinch trying to come in from the side of eLevate, but they were to shut it down. Now another push is coming in from the players from eLevate. They're going to be flooding in from the wall run and from the front side. It's going to be Watson inside of the hill. He's actually going to fall off the map, 4 and 22, but on the side of eLevate this one time. Attach and Enable going to be inside the hill. Rotation's going to be coming into the cave, and you can see player 5, that's going to be Clayster, and then you're going to have Zuma as well. Look for them to push out both of these sides. It's the initial push that you want to get. Clayster will be taken out there by by Reedy. Now it's going to be Zuma left alone. Let's see what they're going to be able to do as Attach is coming in from this back med bay area. He's tagging up one player, gets the call out for his team. See if he's going to be able to get this kill right here to kind of open things up from the players from Faze, and he does just that. You see on the minimap, nobody yet to jump inside of the hill, but it looks like there's going to be some gunfights coming down from med bay and cave.
Not entirely sure what's going on with Shawnee at the moment. We haven't seen him move for quite some time here, so I'm sure we'll get some word on that. But regardless, back into the action. On the hard point, we're seeing Faze. That's going to be Zuma taking point in the hill. After he's taken down, though, you should expect to see a trade coming in onto Zeb, but it doesn't look like anyone's in range. There we go. We finally see Enable answer to it with a headshot, taking some more time on the hard point. eLevate currently playing it, still playing it 3 versus 4. They're going to opt to, looks like they're going to opt to give up this Rocks hard point because they're not able to push through it.
Yeah, they're definitely not able to. Faze has been looking very strong so far. One player actually dropped down on the side of eLevate. Looks like the player's going to be leaving the game, so we'll probably be heading into a restart. Probably some controller issues going on there with Shawnee, but nonetheless, we're just going to